Hello friends, this video on visualizing shapes part 10 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So now that we have discussed about faces, edges and vertices, let's analyze the same for a pyramid, because we have been, whenever it comes to three-dimensional shapes, we often talk about pyramids and prisms. So let's look at the pyramids in more detail. So in a pyramid, the base is a polygon and all other faces are triangles. Now when I say the base is a polygon, the base can be anything. Base can be a triangle, base can be a quadrilateral, base can be a square. So depending on what the base is, what kind of polygon the base is, we name the pyramids differently. So this one is a triangular pyramid. That means it has a triangular base. So this is the base of the pyramid. So let's say that this portion is the base of the pyramid. Okay, so we call this a triangular pyramid. So let us look at the number of faces, number of edges and the number of vertices in a triangular pyramid. So let's first focus on the faces. How many faces are there? So we have one base, right, which is a triangle. So one base is already there. Besides that, we have three other triangles. So this is one triangle, this is second triangle, and the back side one, this is the third triangle. So these three triangular faces plus one triangular base. So total we have four faces. And each of these faces is in the shape of a triangle. How many edges do we have? That is, how many sides do we have? So this is one side, this is one, this is two, this is three, this is four, this is five, and this is six. So we have total 6 edges. What about the vertices? So if you look at it, this is one point where the three triangular faces meet. This is another point, this is yet another point, and this is one more point. So if you ask what about this point, well, this is not a point where the two edges are meeting. So the dotted edge just shows the edge which is there towards the back side. So that edge is actually not meeting this front edge. So there are a total of 4 vertices. Now, instead of a triangular pyramid, if we consider a pyramid with a quadrilateral base. So in this case, this is the base. So now the shape of the base is not a triangle but a quadrilateral. So total how many faces do we have? We have 1 quadrilateral plus 4 triangles. So that means in this case we have total 5 faces. So what are the faces? This is the back side one, this is the side face, this is one front face, this is another front face. How many edges do we have? So in this case also, if you see 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 edges for the 4 triangles and 4 edges for the quadrilateral. So 4 plus 4 is 8. And how many vertices? So this is one vertex, this is another vertex, this is yet another vertex, this is also a vertex, and this is also a vertex. So we have a total of 5 vertices. So here what do we see? Even though these both are pyramids, but just the shape of the base changed. Like in the first case, the base was a triangle. In the second case, the base was a quadrilateral. But the moment the base changes, the number of faces, edges and vertices also change. Now, as we discussed that the three-dimensional shapes are actually formed from the two-dimensional shapes. Now, is that true for a pyramid as well? Well, yes. So, the three-dimensional pyramids are also built with the skeleton outlines in 2 dimensions. For example, when you look at this pyramid, which has a quadrilateral base and 4 triangular faces. So, that means it has a total of 5 faces. It has a total of 5 faces, 1 quadrilateral and 4 triangles. So how can we make it from a two-dimensional skeleton outline? So the outline would look somewhat like this. So if you take a sheet of paper and draw the patterns in this way. So you draw a quadrilateral and then draw 4 triangles on each side of the quadrilateral. So now you take these corners of the triangles, pull them up and make them meet at one point. So you will get this pyramid. So with this simple example, we proved that any three-dimensional shape, it is actually formed from the skeleton outline of a two-dimensional shape. So based on the way a pyramid is built, we can have many different types of pyramids. And these categories depend on what kind of polygon is the base of the pyramid. So when we talk about a triangular pyramid, so in this pyramid, the base is a triangle. So if you see here, this is the base of the pyramid, which is in the shape of a triangle. So this makes it a triangular pyramid. If you talk about a square pyramid, that means the base of the pyramid is a square. So this is the base of the pyramid and this is a square. So when you view it from top, so the top view will actually show you the exact square. We are looking at it from the sideways, so we cannot see the square as it is. If you have a hexagon as the base, that makes it a hexagonal pyramid. For example, here, this is the base of the pyramid, which is a hexagon. Now, for hexagonal pyramids, what would be the total number of faces? One base, which is a hexagon, plus how many triangles? One triangle arising from each side of the hexagon. So that means there would be 6 more triangles. So total 7 bases. If you talk about a square pyramid, how many faces will it have? One square base plus 4 triangles arising from each side of the square. That is a total of 5 faces. Talk about a triangular pyramid. So you have a triangular base plus 1 triangle arising from each side of the triangle. That means 3 other triangles. That makes it to 4. So a total of 4 faces will be there in a triangular pyramid. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com for free quality education. You can learn with a simple 4-step learning process wherein you can watch video lessons, you can ask your questions, you can refer notes, and you can take a free online test. We have content for class 6 to 12 on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology along with practical videos. So please subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Thank you.